Maple Lane looked like a picture-perfect street. Neat houses, green lawns, and kids playing until dusk. Neighbors waved, chatted, and left their doors unlocked. The biggest worry was a lost cat or loud music. It felt safe, unchanging, a sanctuary from the chaos outside. Trust was the invisible glue holding this world together. But sometimes, the greatest threats arrive quietly, with a smile and a pie. On Maple Lane, danger wasn't lurking in the shadows. It was standing on the doorstep, hidden in plain sight. No one suspected the peace of their neighborhood was about to shatter. Life followed a comfortable rhythm. Block parties, morning greetings, and old trees watching over generations. The sense of security was so deep, no one thought to question it. But the most dangerous things are often the ones you never see coming. They slip into your life unnoticed, blending in perfectly. And on Maple Lane, the threat was already inside. Linda was the heart of Maple Lane, the perfect neighbor, always ready to help. She watched kids, let out dogs, and brought casseroles to families in need. Her kitchen was legendary for cookies, lasagna, and cakes. Accepting Linda's food was as natural as breathing. She organized block parties, collected mail, and listened to anyone who needed to talk. Parents trusted her with their children, inviting her into their homes without a second thought. Her kindness was a constant, her presence reassuring. Linda's reputation was her shield, making her invisible to suspicion. She was the steady, reliable friend everyone counted on. The trust she inspired was absolute. Nobody questioned her motives. But this trust would become her most powerful weapon. Linda was hiding a secret, masked by her warm smile. The image she built was perfect, too perfect. No one imagined she could be anything but good. But behind the angelic facade, darkness waited. It began with small, unremarkable illnesses, a stomachache here, a headache there. Doctors blamed viruses or stress, and life went on. But the sickness lingered, coming in waves. Pets grew lethargic, parents suffered unexplained pain, and children felt weak. The symptoms were varied and subtle, making it impossible to connect the dots. Each family thought they were alone in their struggle. No one suspected a common cause. Through it all, Linda was there, offering soup, tea, and comfort. Her kindness seemed boundless, her concern genuine. She was always the first to help, the one everyone trusted. But the remedy she offered was also the source of their pain. The comfort was a cruel illusion. No one imagined the person delivering the cure was also delivering the poison. The betrayal was hidden in every generous gesture, and the sickness crept on, unnoticed. Doctors dismissed concerns as stress or coincidence. The men accepted these explanations, but the women sensed something was wrong. They tracked fevers, nursed sick children, and noticed odd patterns. Their worries were brushed aside until they started talking to each other. At the bus stop and over the phone, mothers compared notes. They realized their children's symptoms worsened after neighborhood gatherings or Linda's treats. A private group chat became their investigation hub. They built a timeline, listing every illness and what was eaten. A chilling pattern emerged. Linda's food was always present. The women saw what no one else did. The common denominator was Linda. Their quiet suspicions grew into certainty. They knew they were onto something terrifying. The evidence was undeniable. The community's trust had blinded them. The women's intuition became their only defense. They were determined to uncover the truth. and they would not be silenced. Everything changed when 6-year-old Leo fell gravely ill. He was hospitalized with severe neurological symptoms, seizures, slurred speech, and trouble walking. His mother, Sarah, refused to accept it as random. She remembered Linda's lemonade the day before Leo got sick. Desperate, Sarah begged doctors to test for toxins, not just diseases. At first they hesitated. Poisoning seemed unthinkable. But Sarah's conviction and the women's timeline convinced them. The toxicology report was horrifying. Leo's body was full of ethylene glycol, a sweet, odorless poison from antifreeze. There was no way it was accidental. Someone had deliberately poisoned him. Sarah's worst fears were confirmed. This was no coincidence. It was an attack. The truth was finally exposed. A mother's fight had uncovered the horror hiding in plain sight. The community's illusion of safety was shattered, and the real danger was revealed. Armed with evidence, Sarah went to the police. The investigation turned Maple Lane upside down. Police searched Linda's immaculate home, uncovering a poisoner's toolkit. Antifreeze, rat poison, and industrial chemicals were hidden among baking supplies. Receipts showed Linda bought poisons alongside flour and sugar. Her journals tracked neighbors' lives, allergies, and favorite foods. The evidence was methodical and chilling. She used everyday products, blending them into her recipes. Droppers and powders allowed her to poison slowly, causing chronic illness. Her kitchen was a laboratory of pain, not comfort. The deception was deep, planned, patient, and cruel. Linda's methods were careful, her campaign relentless. The angelic neighbor was a calculated monster. The truth stunned the community. The heart of Maple Lane had been its greatest threat. Linda's arrest was quiet. No drama, just 2 detectives and a pair of handcuffs. Neighbors watched in disbelief as she was led away. Relief mixed with shock and betrayal. How could the person they trusted most do something so evil? The healing would be slow. The scars, deep. Trust was shattered, and suspicion lingered. Maple Lane's safety was an illusion that could never return. Linda's case is a chilling lesson. Evil doesn't always look evil. Sometimes it looks like the perfect neighbor. The women's intuition and determination brought the truth to light. Their whispers became a chorus that couldn't be ignored. They saw the pattern when no one else would. True community means listening to each other's fears, not just sharing pleasantries. And sometimes the greatest danger is the one you never suspect.